Want to scale your business and get rich? Well, don't do this. Hey everybody, Jim Edwards here, and welcome to another edition of Doc Talk with Jim. That's D-O-C-K talk, not D-O-C. I am not a doctor, nor do I play one on the internet. So how is everybody this morning? You know, we hear a lot about scaling your business. And scaling your business is an interesting concept. Some people think in order to scale your business, you have to blow a ton of money on Facebook ads. It's like I have to spend, $10,000 to make $11,000, and I have to get in a position where I can do that every single day. Now, there are some people who do that. Me, that scares the crap out of me. I'm never going to do that. So don't do that. What's up, Sonny? That is not a good idea. What is a good idea, though, is scaling your business in both the short, medium, and long term. So how do you do that? Well, the fastest way to scale your business is to run ads, because you can buy an ad today, put it in front of your ideal customer, have them show up to your funnel, website, offer, and you can have them buy. Literally, you can go from no traffic to a bunch of traffic in a day. Problem is that it's relatively risky. When I say that, it means you got to pony up money in ads. Hopefully the ads get delivered. Hopefully they get in front of the right people. Hopefully they'll click on the ad. Hopefully they'll come to your website. Hopefully you see, there's a lot of hoping going on here. So it's like a wise person once said, hope in one hand and poop in the other. See which one gets filled up first. However, scaling your business, you are going to have to spend some money on ads. But be smart. Don't just think that by pouring money in, you're going to get sales out, because that isn't how it works. That's how the people who sell the advertising make it sound, but that ain't how it works. But short term, that's the fastest way for you to start scaling your business. Second thing, in the medium term, is to use affiliates to recruit people. And oftentimes this is called to get JVs. This is where you get people to show up and push your stuff as an affiliate, whether they get them on a webinar, whether they get them through email, just sending an email teaser to people. You know, it's funny, back in the day, 20 years ago, the way that you got people to do a quote-unquote JV was, it basically meant, hey, will you mail on my offer? Will you send an email to your list? And then we got away from that. It was like, hey, would you do a teleseminar? Hey, would you do a webinar? But there's still something about somebody sending an email saying, hey, somebody's got this, you need to check it out, it's amazing. You know what? That's a great way to get a whole bunch of traffic. But the reason I say it's a medium-term strategy is because you have to build relationships with people. They're not just going to, what's up, C-Ray? They're not just going to show up and say, hey, can I promote your stuff? Now, once it's out there in the marketplace and people see other people promoting it, other people will show up and say, hey, can I be your affiliate? Hey, can I push this for you? But it's actually a faster way to get more traffic working with affiliates. Super affiliates especially. But the reason I say it's a medium-term scaling strategy is simply because it takes a while to get in the flow of other people's business. Do they have an opening on their calendar to do a webinar with you? Do they have an opening on their mailing schedule to send a mailing? Does it make sense? Do they trust you? Do you build a relationship? All that stuff. And then long-term, the best long-term strategy is content marketing, which can also be a short term and a medium term, because you can boost your posts and do all that stuff. But long term, if you just want to have traffic coming, I need you to think about these numbers. Let's say over the course of a year, you created 100, this is the way I used to look at it. You create 100 articles or 100 videos or 100 pieces of content, and you got them out, spread out across the web. Each day, each one of those articles or videos or whatever got you one click over to your website. So that's not very much per article or video. That's like one click a day. That sucks. But all of a sudden, if you got 100 things out there, that's 100 clicks a day. What's 365 times 100? Last time I checked, it's 36,000 clicks. So what if you had 1,000 articles or pieces of content out there that were getting you 1 click a day? That's like 365,000 clicks. So ultimately you want to have tons and tons and tons and tons of hooks in the water. But if you want to scale your business, you got to look at it in terms of short, medium, and long term. Because if you're only focused on one, if you're only focused on, say, long term, just content marketing, and you're hoping it's going to happen organically, it's not going to happen. Even if you're pushing your stuff strictly through content marketing, you're still going to have to go find people to share it, to push it, to help you leverage it, and doing the drill of everything we talk about. I'm getting way too in depth, but the biggest thing, and I'll just draw all this to conclusion, the biggest thing you should never do is build your business completely around just buying ads. Very well-known marketer that I know pretty well just told me in an email last night, hey man, my Facebook ad account got shut down again. Now imagine that. You're running a 10, 15, $20 million business and your Facebook ad account gets shut down and that's your only source of traffic. Do you think he might have taken a pucker bite out of his chair this morning? Oh yeah. So don't fall into that trap. That's the big point of this video. So I'm Jim Edwards. Have a great day. If you don't have a copy of my book, Copywriting Secrets, yet, you should, because it will help you, among other things, learn how to put calls to action on the end of all of your content to help drive traffic, even if it's not a sales video, article, or post. So everybody have a wonderful day. Head on over to copywritingsecrets.com, grab a free copy of the book. I'll ask you pay just a small shipping and handling, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'm off to work out. Bye-bye, everybody.